What's going on, ATL? Hey, you live in the studio with Al and David. And also, I got some special guests today. I got the Prophet in the studio, and I got my one of my brothers, K-Rock, K-Zoom, in the studio. So, hey, man, we just watched the Falcon game. We're amped about it. The Falcons won 37-34. We're super excited, so we just want to bring the game to you guys. Hey, fellas, what y'all think about the game?
Oh, it's a heck of a game, baby. Heck of a game. I love what I've seen from the Falcons today. And Matt Ryan, the defense is a little suspect, but it's a W. It's a win. 1-0. We beat our rival, the Saints. We sent them back to the NO with an L.
Them stinking ain'ts.
That's right. What y'all got, fellas?
Hey, I'm gonna take the win any day. As long as we beat them, that's all that matters, And I'm just saying, it was a tough fight. But hey, victory, overcome everything. We got some bad calls on us, but we show you cheaters never win. So
yeah,
hey,
exactly.
Okay.
Prophet, what we got, baby?
I feel good. I feel the same way about the game, man. I mean, them boys played out very well, very. Matt Ryan did his thing. He really put the team on his back, showed that he can be a top 5 quarterback in this league.
Mm-hmm.
Defense, they got to make some changes, but I think they will. And I think next time we play, we'll take another W.
Hey, man, I'm super excited, man. Matt had 448 yards today. Drew Brees had 333. Matt outplayed Drew Brees, 3 touchdowns. Drew Brees had 1 touchdown, 1 interception, man. We did our thing. The defense got to show up, but hey, hats off to the Falcons, hats off to the city. ATL, man, y'all the best city in the world, man. And like I say, if any of the Saints fans don't like it, any of the Saints fans don't like this win today, Delta ready whenever you are.
That's right, baby. So let me ask you a question, man. We pretty much answered good, bad, and ugly from the game today. What you got?
We're going to let our special guest answer that, man. Let's let Kate Zoom handle it, man.
good. All right, man. Good. I'm gonna say, hey, we won that game. Bad. I'm gonna say that defense. We got to work hard. We couldn't stop them on third down. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
We got a solid Pro Bowl line. I don't understand why they didn't play OC. He should have been in one of the best pass rushers in the league, and he didn't play till the third quarter.
Exactly.
I thought that was unacceptable.
But we know Mike Smith got his favorites.
So he might have his favorites, but it ain't about the favorites. It's about winning. It's about doing what you need to do to win games. This is the NFL. This is not high school football. You ain't got favorite. No, you play your best players who should play. If he's not worthy enough to be out there on the field, then he's not worthy enough to be playing.
Okay.
And that's the one thing what we said. I was looking at the game day. We always looking at the game at behind the scenes guys. Before we came to the studio, and I was looking. I didn't understand why OC wasn't on the field, and however, I still don't understand. A week ago, let's put this thing in reverse for 1 second. Go back. I don't understand how 71 made the team. To be honest with you, because he didn't show me anything.
Yeah, and that's Bierman.
71
is Bierman for the fans.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And also 49 at that time, who was
Tyler Starr.
I don't understand how Tyler Starr made the team. So Tyler Starr wasn't active today. Bierman got the start today. However, we got the win, so I can accept that. But at the same time, we got some. I think Mike Smith played favorites, and that's not acceptable when it come down to win or loss, because we could have lost the game today.
But Bierman is a decent player. He's not a pass rusher. Mm-hmm. That was seen today. He made some good plays in the run game. So he probably, we know he's a favorite of Mike Smith, but he did a decent game in the run game. But he's not a pass rusher, so we need to, I agree with Zone K, you need to get in OC in the game more. That's your speed rusher. He's a proven guy, 2 Super Bowl rings, and he's fast enough to beat that tackle, whereas Bierman is not. Bierman, I see a one-trick pony. He's going to bull rush you to try to get a pass rush. But other than that, he's decent in the run game today. But that's about it.
I got you on that. And Prophet, what you got on the game? What you think about the overall game, and we think about Bierman play today?
I think the overall of the game was good, man. B+ on it. The offense looked good. I think the defense, if we would have had all those penalties, because some of the penalties was uncalled for, it was okay. With Bierman, I think he should have been on the team. I think OC should start, because, with Babb, Tyson Jackson, and Paul Stoliar all on the D-line, that's a run defense. Where's the pass rush in that? And with Corey, we're not going to get that unless we're going to blitz. So I think we should just start OC, and Coy is already better coming off the bench. Again, stats and stuff like that. Stats can prove that. I think the defense is going to have to make some changes on that D-line and that linebacker position.
Okay, so we kind of all in agreement with the defense didn't play as good as they should have played, but this is the first game. The first game is always typically sloppy in the NFL. Going forward, if the defense don't make any personnel changes, do they get better going forward?
Would you want to answer that, K-Zone?
Yes, I will. They will get better.
Mm-hmm.
They will get better. They don't make no, sloppy mistakes. But the same thing, Will Moore said, during the Hard Knocks. Hey, if we out there flying on the ball, we can be a solid defense team. And and I just look at by saying those guys, they play good football, but just certain players were just they just wasn't there today.
Oh, let me ask you, how about the linebacker core?
The linebacker core, it wasn't there. I mean, I can take a tackle, but we need explosive. We need people to make statements. We need leadership. I don't think the Falcons linebackers have that. I mean, we are missing Sean Weatherspoon due to the injury. Yes, that was a bad go down for us, but he had that leadership. He can run side to side of the football, and he really got the guys in gear. He had that leadership to make the calls. I don't think they are making enough calls out of there.
Do you think Prince Shimbo can step up in the leadership role eventually?
Yes, I can. From his ability to just his exposure. He's hungry. He's a guy that want to play. He's a guy that see an opportunity and he's gonna take it. He showed no remorse. He's just ready to go. And I think he has the ability to take it to the next level. I think he might put Warlow out of a job, in down the line. I don't know if it might be weeks or might be next season. But hey, I think he has the ability to make a change.
Okay, Prophet, why don't you weigh in on this, man? Does defense get better without any personnel change?
It got to be personnel changes. I think Paul Warlow will be out of job. Because, he can tackle, but he's not really making that hit. We need to change some tempo. We need that linebacker that's going to step up, yell at other players on the team when they messing up, and we don't really have that at all. I think Bartu, his game wasn't that good also. I know we only got Shimbo, but we probably going to have to find another linebacker also.
Okay. My personal opinion, I think the defense do get better. Every game, we had, 10, 11 penalties today. We're not going to have that every game. The Saints is a big play offense. With the linebackers, I'm a little mixed. I haven't seen a lot of tape on Shimbo. Only kind of what we've seen in preseason in the Hard Knocks. So I know he's a good player. I know he worked hard and studied hard. And going forward, we'll see if he take Warlow's spot. I agree Warlow isn't explosive. He's just a solid tackler. So he's an average linebacker. He's not going to go above and beyond. So we'll see in that aspect in the future if he takes his job or not. GM.
I think we need a personnel move. Don't get it wrong. I think Warlow is a great guy overall. I think he's a solid tackler. But we do need that voice out there. Nobody's afraid of the Falcons defense. We talked about this about 2 weeks ago. And nobody's afraid of the Falcons defense. And, when watching the game, we saw Drew Brees go down the field several times. And if you're going to be a great defense, you can't give up 300 and some yards passing, 139 yards rushing. You can't do that. You know what I mean? You got to go and lock this guy down. You got to put a hat on Drew Brees. You know what I mean? I'm glad we came away with the win, but you know what? In order to go to the next level, we're going to have to do it more convincingly. Instead by 3, and separate ourselves from the NFC South.
Okay, I definitely agree. Will you think a change in the defensive scheme help? We in that nickel, will something else help the Falcons defense, a 4-3-3-4, something like that, or we need a personnel change altogether?
I don't think we do. I don't see Bartu and Warlow starting next year. However, I think they are great linebackers. They are, but I think they're more reserve linebackers. I think that if we decide to keep Sean Weatherspoon, I don't see us keeping him due to the fact that he had missed 28 games over his career. That's a little too many for me, you know what I mean, to be comfortable with. But if we do decide to keep him, I think Sean Weatherspoon and Prince Shimbo is starting linebackers next year, and we do stay in a nickel package.
Okay. You guys agree we're gonna stay in the same defense scheme?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a nice defense. I think what we have, we just need to get more pressure. Even if we have a blown assignment, at least hit the quarterback, push him down, something, rattle his cable. We got to show him that he's not comfortable in the pocket. We got to make sure he's uncomfortable so he can make mistakes, so we can get more turnovers. Because today we had some, but we didn't have enough like we should. We are a great football team. Falcons they are aggressive, and they can be a mean football team. But, at the same time, I blame my head coach, Mike Smith. He can't let up. He got to put his foot down and keep it down.
Do you think the team has taken, we talked about this a few weeks ago, do you think, and this is a question directed to K. Jr., do you think the team has taken on Mike Smith's personality as far as a soft or laid back coach?
Yes, I have. I think they all have, except maybe two coaches, and that's what you have saw, and that's the two the newer coaches, Brian Cox and the offense line coach Mike Tice. Those guys, they showing that aggressiveness, and they showing that meanness.
And we did a hell of a job today protecting Matt Ryan, dude.
Yes.
And I'm saying I give Mike Tice, the trophy today, because you had your third string left tackle in there, and your quarterback didn't get hit.
Gabe Carini.
Yeah, we did a hell of a job protecting Matt.
I give him the trophy today because you won't see that from other teams.
Big up Mike Tice. Game ball go to you today, baby.
Oh, you know what, guys? Before we go any further, we want to send a shout out to Big Swole 6300. Big Swole 6300, man. We appreciate you listening to the show. We appreciate the love that you give us, man, on YouTube. Also, Big Swole, if you ever want to, man, you can go to our website, 365filmworks.com, and listen to us, or you can go to Spreaker, Spreaker.com, and search for 365 Filmworks, and you'll be able to listen to us on there live on the air. But we appreciate your support, and please, man, feel free to send the website via text or email out to other callers and listeners to support us, support the show.
Absolutely, man. Keep listening. We're going to continue to keep it 100 on our end from a fan perspective, and appreciate the love, Big Swole 6300.
Yes. So, but guys, the win was great. We beat the Saints. We beat that ass. We might didn't do it 35-3, but hey, I take a win as a win. And if, like I said, if the Saints fan don't like it, you can listen to another show, or if you don't like the Atlanta, you can go back to New Orleans. Delta ready when you are.
That's right, absolutely, baby. We Falcons fans in here, and we keeping it 100.
You already know, and I tell them, don't. I know we have a lot of opportunities here, but there's other cities that have opportunities also. So just don't be here just saying that. Please leave because I'm sorry, but hey, I hate y'all with a passion. I'm glad we beat y'all, and I'm gonna say it to any Saint fans that I see. I hate y'all with a passion. I cannot stand you. Hey, I wish I could burn every jersey that I see, but I can't. Because hey, I don't need the law after me. But hey, I'm sorry.
We don't like this. We don't like the stinking Aints.
Yes. So guys, going forward, next game, I believe we got Cincinnati
Bengals. Yeah.
What you want to see the Falcons do to improve going, to play against Cincinnati?
They say we're not a 3-4 team, but keeping Babineau out there on the field, that putting us in a 3-4 scheme to me, because you keep a stand-up linebacker out there on the field, which is Bierman. Bierman is considered a linebacker when the game first started. So you had Paul Soliai, Tyson Jackson, and Babineau a 3-4 defense, and I don't know if that fit us well, even though we got the personnel to pull that 3-4 off. But I don't know if we ready for a total commitment of a 3-4 defense.
Okay. So Prophet, we're up to you. What you need to see from the Falcons going forward to show improvement going against Cincinnati next week?
I think I would like to see our run game gel a little bit more. I mean, we did finish that game with like 129 yards. I'd love to see Steven Jackson run for about 130 by himself. He did okay. He did average, I think, like 4 yards a carry. But if we can see more out of that run game, because we did see a lot of passing yards, that definitely opened up our offense a little bit more.
Okay. John K., why don't you weigh in for us?
I mean, I agree with Prophet, about that run game. Steven Jackson really need to show more. I mean, he is an aggressive back, and we need to see more of that. He's the bull, he's not the speedster, so become a bull. Show us what you need to show us, because 12, attempts for 52 yards is not going to cut it as a starting running back.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. For me, I think I need to see more pass rush. Running back, I think we're running back by committed team. I think it's going to be spaced out like that pretty much every game. Jackson going to get the most touches, then, your other back's going to get their touches too. So I don't think we're primary just Steven Jackson team, but running back by committed. But I need to see more of a pass rush, especially coming at Cincinnati quarterback. He's not Drew Brees, so he'll make mistakes.
But do you think the Falcons are going to play down to their competition?
History say yes. The Falcons always play down to their competition, but Cincinnati isn't a pushover team. They did make the playoff last year. They lost in the playoff, but they won the division. They made the playoff, so they're not a pushover team. So we got to be ready and come prepared because Marvin Lewis they have a solid defense. He's a defensive guy, and they tend to have a solid defense up there.
Yeah, I can get that. But back to this game, guys. Back to the Atlanta Falcons Saints game. What do you think about the play in the second quarter with Devon Freeman, man, running basically through 3 tackles to get the first down to save the Falcons' drive for a touchdown? What do y'all think? I'm going to start with K-Zone.
I think, that was an awesome play. But, speaking of that young man, he is hungry. He want to play. And I think he deserves more touches, in a game. I'm sorry, but, he has the ability to make it in this league. He really does. And, and I see him actually being one of our starters down the line. I see him in a good screenplay. I think he'll fit, marvelous in a play. I see him knocking actually, Rodgers off the Falcons, because he run the ball harder, he's bigger, and it seems like he can get the job done.
Okay. Hey, Prophet, what do you think? Not only the Devon Freeman play, but I want to get your opinion on the Anton Smith breaking the long pass play for the Falcons touchdown.
Okay. First, I'm going to start with Devontae Freeman. He showed great strength on that play. He showed that he can get the job done with persistence. I think he is going to take Jacquizz Rodgers' spot. And I think Anton Smith, he stepped up real good. I love, when he get the ball in his hands, he usually make big plays happen. We seen that in the preseason. We seen that last year when they played against Tampa Bay. He had 5 carries, 130-some yards. And I think he's going to have a great future here, even though he's over 4 years here, I think. But I think he's still going to be good.
Okay, yeah, Devontae Freeman a beast. And he's going to take somebody's job. We might have been a little off. It might end up being Steven Jackson's job he take with that contract. Rodgers might be safe going forward. But we'll see. But when Steven Jackson's contract is up, he might be the out guy. But yeah, Freeman's a beast. And Torrance Smith, we know we get with him. He's a home run hitter, man. We just got to continue to feed him, give him plays, give him chances. And something great going to happen when he touch the ball.
Something great going to happen and that's a great move. But we're going to move to the 4 wides today. Devin Hester, a guy who didn't have a catch last year with the Chicago Bears, who wasn't good enough to make the Chicago Bears roster. They released him in the offseason. The guy today had, I think, 5 catches for 99 yards. Let me change. Yeah, 5 catches for 99 yards. That's almost 20 yards, 20 yards a catch. That cat is Devin Hester is the truth so far.
He's electrifying, man. And to go from no catch, he's a much better receiver here in Atlanta. I guess that goes to speak about how good Terry Biscuit, our wide receiver coach, is. To get this guy in the game and get him in the place where he can be successful. But we know he still got the speed. I'm just waiting to see what he's doing this kick return. I think everybody kicking out the back of the end zone because they scared he gonna run it back too. So and we know we getting from a receiver standpoint. I'm ready to see him on the kick return too at this point, man, because he's electrifying.
Yeah,
and I'm with you on that. And Prophet, I'm gonna give you this one. Julio Jones, former early in the game, but he ended up having 7 yards, 116 yards today. What do you think about his recovery after the turnover?
his grind. I mean, usually some players, they probably have a turnover and that's it for them. But he kept it going. He showed that he wasn't going to stop. And that 7 catches, 116 yards, I would love to see if he would have had a touchdown with it also. But he showed that he is turning to that number one offensive wide receiver we need on our team. Even though we still got Roddy White, but Julio Jones is gelling to that number one. And I think he's going to be good. He is going to be good.
Oh, okay. And this one for K-Zoom. K-Zoom, the White Lord, he didn't do as well against Jimmy Graham, but at the same time, Jimmy Graham had 8 receptions for 82 yards. Brandon Cooks had 7 receptions for 77 yards. How well do you think our safety's done? Even though we came away with the win, what would you do? How would you rate them today?
I'm sorry. I rate them probably about a C+.
Okay.
I'm gonna give them a C+ because I know they can be better. I mean, Jimmy Graham's is a big guy. He gonna do his thing regardless. It's kind of hard to shut him down. Unless you watching what the Seahawks did to him. Or the 49ers. Bringing serious. The Patriots. Bringing that aggressiveness towards him, so they could shut him down. But I look at, Brian Cooks, they put him on a pedestal, but I give I take my hat off to McClain because, he showed him that you keep going to him, I'm going to get him. And he got him in the end zone. He picked that ball off and, gave us that momentum that we needed at that time.
Do you think that was arrogance or cockiness or Drew Brees saying that the Falcons can't stop me, so the hell with them?
That was both. That was arrogance and cockiness, because he's gonna try his best to take advantage of us every chance he gets, and and he did make some big plays. He did, but at the end of the day, hey, we came back and we made them big plays too. We turned around and Matt Ryan just as good as he is, if not better to me. Because I love Matt Ryan. If you look at the stats today, it shows you that Matt Ryan is a better quarterback. And I look at it, the Falcons turned around to be a better team today than the New Orleans Saints.
He definitely played Drew Brees today.
Oh, absolutely.
The Captain, if you had one thing to say from Matt Ryan played last year to Matt Ryan played today, what did you see?
When he's protected, he's an elite. He's an elite quarterback. If you keep him upright and protected like they did today, he can do some great things and possibly win a championship here in Atlanta. Last year, he took a lot of hits, didn't have the offensive line protection, and it showed. Today, when you seen that happen, when we got they got 1 sack on us, I believe. I have to go back to the stats, but when you keep him upright, the result is 440-some yards and 3 touchdowns and a win. Keep this guy upright, and great things going to happen.
I can see that because he played his butt off today. He did. I played Drew Brees like K-Zoom said. Matt Ryan had 448 yards, guys. Drew Brees had 333. Falcons 37-34 today. Right now we leading the. We 1-0 this year. We're super excited here at 365 Filmworks Studio. So, but we know there's just one game. We still got a lot of things to cover. I'm still not truly believing in Mike Smith. I still don't believe Mike Smith can take us there. Even though I think he's a good coach, but I don't think he's willing to take the chances like a Sean Payton or take the risk to get us there. What do you think, Captain?
I think you take chances at the wrong time. Yeah. And to look at the end of the game, it was like third and something with a few seconds. He elected to throw a play. You should have threw that play the down before, not on the play through it. So I question his play calling at a lot of times. I think he just do stuff at the wrong time. So I'm not exactly sold on him. I like his personality, but it is a soft personality. It's a player's coach's personality. And I'm hoping that he can win a championship here, man. I'm not sold on him, but I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'm hoping too. K-Zoom, do you see a championship in the Falcons' future?
I do see it. I do see a championship in one of my. I think actually, I feel that Mike Smith can actually win a championship with these guys. I think he just need to stop trying to be so friendly to other teams. If you got the win, put your foot down. He need to really look at a Belichick, a Sean Payton. He need to look at, hey, we beat you 40-7. We beat you 40-7.
He care.
So Mike basically need to be more confident in himself.
Yeah.
He seemed to not be very confident in himself.
And yes, and that's what I'm trying to say. He's not very confident because if you look back 2 years ago, we was giving up 17-point leads. We had already beat the Seattle Seahawks, and we turned around and we had beat the San Francisco 49ers. We was up in both games, and we let them come back. We supposed to be in Super Bowl champs then. I don't think Baltimore had the team to beat us then.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Prophet, what you think about Mike Smith, man?
I agree with all you guys. I don't think he's the coach that we looking for. At that time when we bought him in, yeah. But now, we trying to turn it over into another phase. We want to win a championship. I think we need to bring in a coach that has won a championship and know what it takes to get there. I think we have the team, offensive-wise. Defense, little touch-ups, and then I know that we have a complete overall team to win a Super Bowl. But with Mike Smith, I'm not too sure about it.
Well, we all know that we want to beat the Saints, but this is for any of you guys want to answer. Do you think if we beat the Saints again this year down in New Orleans, will we give Mike Smith the extension?
Yes. Beating the Saints is a big deal, man. If you talk to any Falcons fan, they'd rather go 2-14 with the 2 wins coming against the Saints. Let's be real. So if we sweep the Saints, they will give Mike Smith some, at least the fans will, I think, will give Mike Smith a little more leeway than calling for his fire. But let's see what Arthur Blank don't want to lose. He want to win. And I understand that from a business perspective. So if you go 2-14 and your 2 wins against the Saints, you probably still going to be fired. But the fans will love it and be hyped and excited about it. What you think, GM? Then we'll go to the rest of the guys.
I think so. I think so. We're beating the Saints because they've been such a monkey on our back. 13. Sean Payton was 13-3 until today. Now he's 13-4. There's still a huge gap. 13 wins to 4 losses. You basically have our number. You know what I mean? But what I do see is that this team is starting to right the ship, and if we beat them down in New Orleans, yeah, I think if we can sweep them this year, I think we turn the corner.
Okay. What you think, guys?
I agree. I think if we do beat those guys in New Orleans, I think that's gonna give us that motivation to know that we're not scared of them. We don't swept in this series. We just need to our best to beef up our team, not take away from our team. I think the Falcons got a bad habit of that. As soon as the offseason comes, they'll change up. They'll take away from the team instead of, beefing up the team. And, that just bothers me. Especially when it comes down to the offensive line.
Okay.
You want to have, you want to take care of your quarterback and you get rid of people. Those guys are the heart and soul of the offense. you cannot do nothing without an offensive line. They are underrated. And, and we have a big problem of getting rid of our offensive line instead of adding to our offensive line.
Okay. Profit.
I agree. I think if we do beat them again this year, I think Mike Smith keep his job even if we end up going 2-14 or something like that. Because the Saints, that's a rivalry game. That game means more than any other game we would play. I hope we do beat them again when we play them, and I think that just define who our character or our identity that we are going to be in the future.
Okay. Guys, this one game, did we see the toughness this game that they've been preaching and all that this whole off season? Did we see that in this game against our rivals?
I think so. And the reason I said it, and I know, like they was talking about in preseason and in the Hard Knock series, they was talking about toughness stuff. But I think we've seen the physicality. Even with a third string, Gabe Carino was our third left tackle this year. He still kept Matt Ryan upright, you know what I mean, for that one tackle, one sack. And other than that, I think New Orleans had all they could handle today. You know what I mean? I think they got what they came in here and a little bit more. I think their arrogance and cockiness on defense caught up with them. Like Cameron Jones was like, oh, so they're supposed to be tough now. I think he's seen that today. You know what I mean? Even Lamar Holmes kept him off of Matt Ryan.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, nobody hit Matt Ryan late today.
They didn't hit Matt Ryan late today because this was a fight waiting to happen.
Okay, guys, did y'all see toughness from the Falcons?
Yeah, you can go ahead, bro.
I think so. Our offensive line looked real great. They defense line didn't touch him. I mean, besides that one sack, and they didn't hit him late. Linebackers didn't hit him late. The line held up, even though we did lose our left tackle Jake due to a ankle injury. But I think he'll be back next week, and I think our team did show character in this game.
Okay, Zone. Okay.
Yes, I agree. I think we showed the same aggressiveness that we've been talking about, because you going against your rivals, and we won. We didn't get blew out. If we would have got blew out, then yes, we didn't show it. But we stayed in that dog fight. We came back. We was down about 13-0. 13-0. So we showed them that we came back and we finished it to the end. We played it to the bone, and hey, I think we did. I think we did a great job.
Yeah, and we made Sean Payton put his glasses on. He had to put his glasses on. He was like, oh, this ain't the same Falcons team I saw last year.
Right.
These kids actually balling today. So, you know what I mean? But going forward, and we ain't going to harp on the Saints anymore. We're gonna let that game die down. We're going to do the Falcons 25 rule and move forward. Even though it's going to be great to talk to some of the Saints fans tomorrow.
Aints fans.
The Aints fans. You're right. New Orleans Aints.
Ain't got to win.
Exactly. They owe the New Orleans Aints is 0-1 for the year. They actually got to lose a record this year.
Got to lose a record.
So, but next week, guys, we're going to move on to next week. We think that we got a Cincinnati Bengals coming up. We know Marvin Lewis is a proven defensive coordinator. Not only a proven defensive coordinator, he was Mike Smith boss in Baltimore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mike Smith really reported to Marvin Lewis, because Marvin Lewis was the defensive coordinator, right, and Mike Smith was the linebackers coach. Right. So back in 2000, 2001, for those who don't know that, our fans who don't know that. But so you think next year, that old saying is the teacher never teach the student everything. Do you think Marvin Lewis has a trick up his sleeve for the Atlanta Falcons next year?
That's a true statement that the teacher never teaches the student everything. The student got to learn the rest of the trades on their own. But I think we'll be okay. I think we just got too many weapons for most teams, man. All the team, is like Seattle who can kind of control all our weapons, possibly. But just too many weapons, man. If we use them in the right way, we can pretty much outscore any team, in my opinion. So I think we'll be okay. I don't think there's no tricks. We just got to play our game and stick to what we do best, and we're going to be fine.
Okay, and even in Seattle, man, when you spread them out full wide, man, you stretch them thin. Because Cameron is not a cover safety.
Right, he's a hitter.
You
He's
know
a
what I
hitter.
mean?
But
Now-
just use an example that they the best defense and they probably the only team that can possibly try to contain. They contain most players with either with pass rush or whatever they scheme. But
Yeah. So, what do you think, Prophet?
I agree. I think we do have too many weapons for Cincinnati next week. I'm not really sure on how good the DBs are, but I know they do have a good front four with Geno Atkins and Dunlap and those guys. But I do think that we do come out that game with the W. I hope our defense make a little changes to keep that offense off the field and give more opportunities to our offense to win that game. So
okay, and let's not forget they kind of learned a new system too. They lost their offensive and defense coordinator this year, so it's a learning curve for them guys. But I'm jumping in the K zone.
Hey, I agree. I think we're gonna be all right next week against the Bengals. They just, we just got to bring that same intensity on offense, and we just got to get better on defense. And I think we can get better. Those guys go and look at the film because it's a difference from preseason, versus, you playing a full game and just playing 1 or 2 quarters.
Okay.
So I think we'll be all right.
Jim, what you wearing before we finish up here?
I think that with this game coming up in Cincinnati, I think we got the personnel to stretch the Cincinnati thing. Yeah, they got a great front four, but what I saw today out of that line, the offensive line, I think Mike Tice is trying to get a head coaching job again. You know what I mean? Because he got those guys playing. You know what I mean? And they also have a rookie in Jake Matthews. Yeah, he went out at halftime, didn't come back, but hey, he kept Junior Gillette in check. Junior Gillette didn't get a sack today, nor did he really get any pressure. When he did get pressure, Matt Roberts was able to step up in the pocket and do his thing. So I think we're going to be great even against Cincinnati. And I don't think when we stretch them thin with the weapons that Atlanta Falcons have, I think we're going to be good. Now, we shore up that defense to get that defense on the I truly and honestly believe if we can get our defense in the top 10, we're Super Bowl bound.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
If we can get that defense in the top 10, I think we're Super Bowl bound.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that statement.
So, what you think, man? I tell y'all what, I got one question for y'all.
Okay.
With the win today, what do you? And I'm gonna start with you, K Zoom. Then I'm gonna work my way around the room. What do you think the Falcons' record would be at the end of the season?
At the end of the season,
With this win today?
with this win today, I'll say 12-5.
12 and 4?
12-4.
Okay, 12 and 4. What would you think, Prophet?
I'm gonna say 11-5. Sometimes they come up short on some games. I'm gonna say 11-5.
You think the Falcons can go 11 and 5 and that was from the Prophet? What about you, the Captain?
Definitely double-digit wins. I know we talked about this before. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I know it's a double-digit win. Probably around that 12-4, 13-3 range. We look great today. If we stay healthy and continue to protect the offensive line, continue to protect, we're going to be just fine. We're going to be about in that range, 12-4, 13-3.
And I think so, too. And me personally think that we can go 12 and 4 with the weapons that we have, and if we stay healthy. And now, if we can if we show up every game, we got to show up every game like we show up this game.
Right.
But if we show up every game, we can go 12 and 4. If we don't show up every game, I think we can stick at our score people, and I think we can go 10 and 6. But if we can get that defense, like I just mentioned, in the top 10, hey man, we can go as high as 13. We can go as high as 13-3 and be a dangerous team because we just got too many weapons for anybody to stop. You see, Devin Hester is our fourth wide receiver,
right?
And he had 100 yards today. So we got too many weapons. So if you play with us, it's almost like pick your poison.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And now that we don't have Tony Gonzalez anymore, and I like Tony, I think he's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer in 5 years. But with the production that we get from these 4 receivers, hey man, you in trouble.
You're in trouble. And these guys, they can do a little bit more, Tony, in terms of speed wise and getting down the field in position. Tony was slow; he's had sure hands, but he's a little slow with Harry and Devin Hester. They can catch the thing and they can go.
And also got the backs coming out the backfield. Seeing what they can do with Anton Smith catching like a 76-yard pass and going to the house.
Yeah. So, hey guys, with that said, man, we want to thank y'all for listening to 365 Radio. You're in the studio with Al the GM, David the Captain. We got the Prophet in the studio today, not on the phone call. And also, we got a special guest, our brother, man. We love him to death, man. K Zoom, man. I had all the brothers in the studio today after we watched the Falcon game. It was quite enjoyable and refreshing to see the Falcons finally beat the Saints 37-34. We enjoyed, and hey, man, anything y'all want to say to the people before?
Last words.
Just want to shout out to the Atlanta Falcons, baby. Good win,
All I got to say is, y'all say who that, and we say we that.
Rise up, ATL.
Rise up, ATL, man. We love y'all, man. Be out, be good, and we'll see y'all next week. ATL, we out of here. Later.